Imagine if the universe just, handed you a literal cheat code for the next 24 hours.
Right, like a highly specific syllabus for your entire day.
Exactly. A syllabus that basically says, do these 3 things, and you get the promotion, the money, and the relationship.
But if you skip the prerequisites, the whole thing just falls apart.
Yeah, exactly. Usually when we look at daily forecasts, they read like, I don't know, a passive weather report. You just check to see if you need an umbrella or if you're going to find $20 on the sidewalk.
Yeah, very surface level.
But when you actually examine the celestial alignments for this specific date, June 6th, 2026, that passive weather app analogy completely disintegrates.
It totally does. Because the astrological charts for today, they aren't making polite suggestions. The celestial mechanics at play are actually setting hard boundaries.
Right.
And what's immediately striking about today's reading is that it leads with a demand rather than a promise. Before it even breaks down the transits for the individual signs, it issues this overarching mandate for the entire zodiac.
Which is so rare. And that's our mission for this deep dive. We are unpacking this highly structured forecast for June 6th, 2026, and really hunting for the hidden mechanisms.
The larger cosmic architecture.
Exactly. The architecture that you, the listener, are meant to apply to your day. Because this isn't just about reading a list of generic predictions. We want to know why the universe is acting like a strict professor today.
Oh, it really is.
The reading actually calls it a special message, and it applies to almost everyone across the board.
Yeah, and the message is explicit. On June 6th, the primary roadmap to any kind of success relies on 3 specific non-negotiable pillars.
Right.
Patience, positive thinking, and discipline.
Wow.
And, you have to think of these not just as moral virtues today, but as actual energetic frequencies you have to maintain. The underlying current of the entire day requires you to hold that disciplined, patient frequency just to access the opportunities embedded in your chart.
I really want to break down how that actually works in practice, because a mandate like be patient sounds simple until you look at what certain signs are actually experiencing today.
Right, it gets complicated fast.
Yeah, because the charts show these incredibly divergent experiences depending on your elemental makeup. So instead of just walking through the zodiac in order, let's group these by the actual cosmic mechanisms at play.
That makes sense.
Let's start with the signs that are experiencing massive forward momentum today. I'm talking about Aries, Cancer, Capricorn, and Pisces.
Ah, right, the momentum builders.
Yeah.
So the cardinal signs Aries, Cancer, and Capricorn, along with mutable Pisces, they're sitting in a highly reactive, expansive state today.
Like a fast-forward button.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The transits activating these specific houses are functioning like a giant cosmic accelerator.
And the specific outcomes listed in the source material are just huge. Let's look at Aries. They are surging with energy and enthusiasm today.
Yeah, completely fired up.
Their hard work at their job is finally being recognized, which is basically a major green light to initiate new tasks.
Oh, and their love life remains sweet on top of it all.
Right. And then you have Cancer, where luck is just disproportionately on their side today.
Unfairly lucky, honestly.
The alignments point to undeniable career and business progress, highly profitable travel, and, this is the crazy part, they still seamlessly find time to connect with family.
It's like they caught the express train while the rest of us are stuck on the local.
It really is a classic manifestation of unobstructed cardinal water energy. Cancer is moving fluidly, but with intense purpose.
And we see a parallel with Capricorn, right?
Yes, exactly. The earth energy here is grounding out as tangible professional success. The forecast highlights an actual increase in social respect and honor for Capricorn.
Which is very on brand for them.
It is. It's a very specific type of hierarchical validation, and it comes alongside real happiness in their love life.
And then there's Pisces. I mean, Pisces is basically swimming in auspicious opportunities today.
Absolutely. We're talking progress in business, actual financial gains, good news arriving that just brings immense joy, and a deepening closeness with their partner who is offering very strong support.
It's a fantastic day for them.
But hold on, this is where the logic of today's reading trips me up a bit.
Oh, what's the contradiction?
Well, we just spent the first 3 minutes establishing that the absolute non-negotiable rule of June 6th is patience.
Right, patience and discipline.
But these 4 signs are rocketing forward. Aries is initiating tasks. Cancer is traveling for profit. Pisces is grabbing financial gains. If the cosmic syllabus demands patience and discipline, How is a chart filled with lightning-fast momentum and instant gratification not a total contradiction?
I see what you're saying.
I mean, it seems like the universe is telling them to speed up while telling everyone else to, sit in the waiting room.
It definitely looks like a contradiction if you treat astrology as something that only exists in the present tense.
Okay, unpack that for me.
Well, cosmic momentum doesn't just spontaneously generate from nothing. It is a lagging indicator.
A lagging indicator?
Yeah. The intense luck Cancer is experiencing today, or the financial opportunities opening up for Pisces, they aren't just spontaneous windfalls. They are the harvest of seeds planted months, perhaps even years ago.
Oh, wow. So they aren't skipping the prerequisite of patience. They just, took the class last semester.
Precisely. Astrological inertia dictates that the hard work Aries is being praised for today was executed under conditions of strict discipline in the past.
That makes so much sense.
The universe is now clearing the runway as a reward. But, and here's where the mandate of June 6th kicks back in, they have to use that positive thinking and discipline right now to steer the ship.
Ah, so the test isn't over.
Not at all. When cardinal energy moves this fast, the risk of arrogance or recklessness skyrockets. If Aries lets the recognition inflate their ego, or if Cancer assumes this luck is infinite and drops their discipline,
then that forward momentum turns into a catastrophic crash.
Exactly. The discipline today isn't about standing still for them. It's about the intense focus required to pilot a machine moving at top speed.
That completely reframes the whole concept of discipline for me. It's the brakes and the steering wheel, not just the parking brake.
Exactly.
But momentum without a roadmap is just an accident waiting to happen, which perfectly explains why the universe is throwing a completely different test at our next group of signs.
The strategists.
Yes, let's look at the earth and fire dynamics at play for Taurus, Leo, Libra, and Sagittarius. I'm calling them the strategists today.
This is a really fascinating group because the astrological mechanics shift here from pure forward motion to the actual consolidation of material wealth.
Right.
The transits for these four signs are activating the houses associated with tangible assets, physical security, and status.
Right.
But the universe is placing a heavy toll on that wealth.
The pattern here is wild and honestly a little intimidating. Every single piece of material gain for this group comes with a hyper-specific trapdoor.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's look at Taurus. The reading indicates solid financial gains are manifesting. Stalled work, the stuff that's been agonizingly stuck in the pipeline finally gets completed. Family vibes are great.
Right.
But right next to that, there is a glaring, non-negotiable warning. Taurus must strictly monitor their diet and physical consumption today. Health is normal, but they have to watch what they eat.
That makes perfect astrological sense, though. Taurus inherently rules the physical realm, the senses, and consumption.
Right.
So when their financial sector is stimulated and they get that windfall, the shadow side of that transit is a tendency to overindulge physically just to celebrate.
Wow, so they get the money but have to watch their plate. And then we see a similar dynamic for Leo.
Yes, Leo's really interesting today.
Leo's confidence is absolutely radiating. There are strong markers for financial profit, and they're slated to meet a VIP-like, a very important person who acts as a key to massive future benefits.
Which is huge for Leo.
Huge. But their health is good. They just have to maintain their composure to actually secure that benefit. And then look at Libra.
Libra stands to gain in very heavy, tangible assets today.
Exactly. Property and vehicle-related matters. The family atmosphere is totally harmonious, and mental stress is finally lifting.
But there's a catch for them, too.
A big one. The forecast explicitly warns Libra to be incredibly careful with their investments today.
So they get the property but have to guard their wallet.
Exactly. And Sagittarius rounds out this group with a classic, Jupiter-ruled expansion.
Oh, Jupiter's definitely a play there.
Financial conditions are improving, literal new sources of income are opening up, and there's happiness at home. But the critical warning for Sagittarius today, they absolutely must control their speech.
Restrain the vocal cords.
Yes. So explain the underlying logic here. Taurus gets a financial windfall but watches their diet. Libra gets property but guards their wallet. Sagittarius gets new income but has to censor their mouth. Why does the cosmos pair sudden success with these highly specific physical and behavioral restrictions?
It goes right back to the paradox of human behavior during moments of success. Culturally, we tend to view discipline as a tool we only need during adversity.
Like just to survive the hard times.
Exactly. But astrologically, the absolute hardest test of an individual's discipline is how they handle a sudden influx of power or resources.
Because success makes us sloppy.
Yes. When Sagittarius experiences a sudden financial expansion, their ego naturally inflates. And an inflated ego leads to arrogant, careless communication.
Oh, wow.
So the universe isn't just giving them money today, it's testing whether their character can hold the weight of that money without their ego destroying their relationships.
That is so deep.
And for Taurus, the influx of wealth can trigger a subconscious desire to gorge on the physical world, which is why they get the dietary warning.
It's all connected.
It really is. For Libra, acquiring property can induce this false sense of financial invincibility, which could lead to a disastrous, impulsive secondary investment.
It's basically a cosmic stress test. The reward is entirely conditional on your self-control. It's the discipline of not sabotaging a good thing once you finally get it.
Yes, and it requires immense positive thinking to stay vigilant when everything is going right. It's easy to be cautious when you're broke.
True.
It requires mastery to be cautious when you are flush with cash.
That psychological weight transitions us perfectly to the final dynamic operating in today's charts. We've examined external speed and we've analyzed material wealth. Now, the alignments force us to look inward at the signs undergoing intense internal alchemy today.
The deep thinkers.
Right. Gemini, Virgo, Scorpio, and Aquarius.
The astrological weather for this group is heavily introspective today. We are seeing major activations in the houses related to study, hidden matters, and subconscious programming.
But there is a fascinating mechanical twist to how they are required to do this inner work today. Let's lay out the data first. For Gemini, the mandate is hyper-caution. Decisions need to be made very carefully today. They are facing potential new responsibilities at work and possible positive shifts in their love life.
But the crucial mechanism for Gemini today is their network.
Yes, the source notes they will receive vital support from their friends. And then we have Virgo, grounded firmly in their earth element.
Right, a highly auspicious day for Virgo.
Specifically for those engaged in intense mental rigor-like students and those taking competitive exams.
Yes, very specific.
Career progress is on the table, trust is deepening in their romantic life, but again, the reading highlights that they are heavily backed by family support.
And we see a similar thread with Scorpio.
Right. Scorpio is experiencing a profound internal shift. Their chart shows an actual surge in internal courage and valor, which is meant to be channeled into new business opportunities.
Love relationships strengthen too.
Yeah, they do. But the anchor for Scorpio today is explicit. They will get necessary support from their siblings.
Which brings us to Aquarius.
Yes, finally, Aquarius. The fixed air energy of Aquarius is being forced into a very strict holding pattern today.
Very strict.
They must ruthlessly control their expenses. We also see a significant pivot towards spiritual and religious activities. They are instructed to take health precautions, and the overarching role of the day is most severe for them.
Success for Aquarius today will only materialize if they act with absolute patience.
Okay, so here's the paradox that really stands out to me. When you look at the tasks assigned to these signs, like Virgo is burying their head in a textbook for a massive exam, right?
Yeah.
Aquarius is retreating into deep spiritual contemplation and managing their health. Gemini is meticulously weighing heavy decisions. These are inherently solitary acts.
They are. Studying, meditating, deliberating. You do those things alone.
Exactly. So why does the chart consistently pair this deep inner work with a strict requirement for community support? Friends for Gemini, family for Virgo, siblings for Scorpio. How does solitary internal alchemy rely on external anchors?
That is a great question. It's because an overabundance of internal focus without external grounding leads to an echo chamber.
Oh, interesting.
Think about the elemental nature of these signs. Gemini is mutable air. Without an anchor, their careful deliberation just turns into a spiral of anxiety.
Analysis paralysis.
Exactly. Virgo is mutable earth. Their intense focus on detail can so easily devolve into neurotic perfectionism if left unchecked.
That makes total sense for Virgo.
And Scorpio's fixed water can pull them into emotional depths they're incredibly hard to surface from all alone.
So the community basically acts as a tether.
Precisely. We really romanticize this narrative of the lone wolf. The idea that true discipline means locking yourself in a dark room until you've mastered your mind.
Yeah, the whole grind set mentality.
Right. But what the transits of June 6 reveal is that true discipline requires vulnerability. For Scorpio to synthesize that new courage, or for Gemini to finalize those heavy decisions, they have to practice the discipline of trusting their immediate community. It takes a highly mature form of positive thinking to say, I am doing the internal work, but I am strong enough to admit I need my siblings or my friends to keep me grounded while I do it.
Discipline vulnerability. I love that. That completely upends how we usually think about strength. It's not about, gritting your teeth in isolation. It's about knowing your ecosystem and having the humility to lean on it.
Absolutely. And for Aquarius, that reliance is placed on the structure of time itself.
Because of the patience mandate.
Yes, the discipline to sit still, control the urge to spend, and prioritize spiritual architecture over immediate material gratification. Aquarius today is basically the ultimate embodiment of the day's special message.
So synthesizing all these complex layers really brings us right back to you, the listener. We've mapped the entire zodiac for June 6, 2026.
We have
We've seen how Aries and Cancer have to use discipline to steer their massive momentum. We've seen how Taurus and Sagittarius are being tested to see if their character can handle material success.
and how Virgo and Scorpio must use their communities to anchor their deep internal transformations.
Exactly. But underneath all of these varied experiences, the cheat code for the day remains identical.
Patience, positive thinking, and discipline. Regardless of where your specific chart places you today, those three energetic frequencies are the keys that unlock the doors.
And if you don't use them...
If you abandon them, the opportunities highlighted in your chart will simply bypass you.
But, the cosmos rarely leaves us without practical tools to tune into those frequencies. Beyond the psychological advice we just talked about, today's reading provides several highly specific, tangible variables to help ground your energy.
The lucky variables.
Yes. The forecast explicitly identifies the lucky numbers across the board today as 3, 6, and 9.
Ah, the underlying mathematics of the universe.
Right, Tesla's favorites.
Exactly. In esoteric and geometric traditions, 3, 6, and 9 represent the triad of creation, the materialization of energy into form, and the ultimate completion of cycles. They are highly stabilizing numerical frequencies to, meditate on during a day that demands so much structure.
And if you need a spatial anchor, the chart specifies the northeast direction today.
The Ishan Kone.
Yes, in traditional Vastu architecture, which is historically associated with clarity, wisdom, and reception of positive energy. But I think what really ties the entire psychological profile of this day together are the overarching lucky colors for June 6th.
Which are?
White and light blue.
Oh, that is perfect. Consider the vibrational frequency of white and light blue. Think about how those colors physically affect the human nervous system.
They're very calming.
They are the absolute antithesis of urgency.
Right, they aren't aggressive like red or, chaotic like a neon green. They are literally the colors of an expansive sky or an undisturbed lake.
Exactly. When an astrological chart demands extreme patience and discipline, it naturally aligns with frequencies that calm the mind.
You can't really sustain a state of frantic anxiety when your visual field is attuned to light blue and white.
No, you can't. They actively encourage the clear, positive thinking that the day requires. It is the visual equivalent of taking a deep, slow breath.
I love that.
The energetic demands of the transits are just perfectly balanced by the remedy of those specific colors.
It's like the universe is handing you the psychological dress code to survive the syllabus. It all fits together flawlessly. So as you process everything we've unpacked today, and as you navigate the specific challenges and windfalls coming your way on June 6, 2026, I want to leave you with one final thought to examine.
The broader implications of a cosmic holding pattern like that.
Exactly. Just zoom out from your individual sign for a second. We have an entire zodiac, billions of people, experiencing radically different planetary transits, all being issued the exact same uncompromising mandate by the universe.
It is profound when you look at it that way.
Everyone, everywhere, is being ordered to practice strict patience, to buckle down with intense discipline, and to fiercely guard their positive mindset for these specific 24 hours. A collective, synchronized demand for self-control is incredibly rare.
Very rare.
So you really have to ask yourself, what larger, unseen architectural shift might the cosmos be preparing us for?
That is the real question.
Is June 6th just an isolated day of strict rules, or is it a required training ground? Are we all being forced to gather our strength, master our impulses, and build our discipline today because something massive, something that requires all of our collective resilience, is waiting for us just over the horizon? Keep your focus sharp, lean into the northeast, and above all, stay disciplined. We'll see you next time.